Can you guys hear? Me now? Can you guys hear?
Oh, there we go. That's what we need to do.
Yay! Awesome. All right. We figured it out, everybody. All right. Come back over here. And we'll switch and we'll say hello. Hi, everyone. I'm figuring out this new setup. Good morning. Good morning. DJ was like, why are you figuring it out live? I'm like, because we're going to fake it till we make it. And he hates that. He hates that saying, which I also have a little bit of an issue with too. But I have to figure out now, how do we set up the mic on one of the cameras? But we'll figure that out another day. Today we're going to sew together. Good morning, Myrta. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Sarah. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me this morning. Again, my name is Genevieve. If this is your first time here, sorry for the beginning where we were not in sound, but this is how we roll here. And you are in my creativity corner. I hope you will like and subscribe, share this sewing live with your friends. This morning we are going to be sewing 3 different patterns. We're being a little ambitious today. And we are going to be sewing the Book Bestie, the Spice Rack, and the book sleeve. So Book Bestie is by Carolina's Little Stitches. The Spice Rack is by Ochre Roots. And the book sleeve is, again, Sewn Ideas. We're going to be doing the small one. Good morning, Vonda. We're doing a new camera setup. I can toggle between 3 different views. I think if I use a streaming platform, you guys will actually be able to see all 3 views. So we'll be trying that next time. The reason that we are doing this new setup is for when we do our Mumu summer Mumu dress workshop. I want to be able to show a bunch of different angles. So we've upgraded our gear. And then once we get out into the workshop, we want to find like permanent places for them. So that you'll be able to see a lot of different angles, which is fun and cool and very high tech and not me. Okay. But I do feel like it's helpful for you guys. So we are sewing these today because this week we released our book lovers panels, everyone. And I don't have any that are still fully together, I don't think, up here. Let me look. But our book lovers panels can really create some great different projects. So they're not just for your book sleeves and your different bookish projects. They are really for any project that you want to use them on. They work great for different types of bags, which I'll show you in a second. I have one cut out for a Rosie by Knotted Thread Co. So the images, so you get 2 images like this on a 1/2 yard of our sailcloth canvas. And then you also receive 40 inches by 18 inches of the coordinate. And then because the images are on a solid color, you're also getting a little bit of solid color coordinate to be able to add to them. So right now we do have a pre-order open. We have over 60 different designs for our book lovers panels. A lot of them are bookish themed. However, not all of them are bookish themed. There are other ones, which one I'm using today isn't bookish themed. So if you're looking for something you're really not into, like fantasy or romance books or anything like that, there are some other designs over there. So definitely go check them out. They're great to add our charms to. I love using these circle zipper pulls or the bottle cap zipper pulls for, and then you can add our charms from our Charm by TBH line. And I'll show you here. I have one that I made a Diane crossbody with. So you can just add some of your stash to it. That was another reason I kind of wanted to make these, is so many of us are trying to use what we already have, but it's nice to get something new to add to your stash. The book lover panels are under $20, so that's another thing I was thinking about for you all. I know many of you do markets, so I was trying to think of a way that you could get fabric for under $20 that has enough to make 2 projects. If you add a little bit of your stash, you could totally make 2 full projects and really get a return on your investment from it. So this is the Diane that I have made with it. And then I am doing a Rosie, so you can see I use the book lovers panel for the front of this Rosie that I'll be doing eventually. And I'm hobbling. I'll explain to you why. I had a little incident. I'm now at the age where, you know, they ask you when you go to the doctor, you know, have you had a recent fall? Next time I go to the doctor, I have to tell them, yes, I have had a recent fall. We were out playing ball with Apollo, and we have him on a lead, and he saw a rabbit, and he ran, and he's a very strong husky, and his lead wrapped around my leg and pulled me over. I landed on my butt, but of course, it had to be the ankle that I've injured in the past. So I have a nice little brush burn on the back of my ankle, which really hurts. And I think I twisted my ankle again. So yeah, not ideal. So I'm injured. Okay. Can you share the link to your shop? Of course I can. So our shop is... There you go. Hopefully it won't bring up links, unfortunately, but if you copy and paste that, you'll see. We do also have a pre-order going for all of our yard print designs. We have over 12 different bases to choose from. So whether you're a quilter, an apparel sewist, a bag maker, we have a variety of different bases to choose from. Our pre-orders it's open until May 16th. And if you are new here, make sure when you go to our website, you'll see my dog will pop up from the side. It'll say Boop the Snoot. Definitely click on that. Sign up for our email list. You'll receive a coupon code for a free fabric sample pack so that you can get a sample of all of our fabrics. All you do is pay shipping. And then that'll allow you to be able to feel and touch and be able to choose the fabrics that you want to pre-order. We are very fast with our pre-orders. I know some of the ladies that are here can attest to how fast we are with getting pre-orders out. We do say a 7-week turnover time from the date of close of our pre-orders, which would make the last estimated ship date for this pre-order be July 5th. However, because all of our fabrics are sourced here in the U.S., they're milled here in the U.S., as well as eco-friendly printed here in the U.S., it is a fairly quick turnover time for us, and so we will be able to get those fabrics hopefully out to you as fast as possible. It's usually less than a month is usually where we're at, but summertime is when I dye all of my fabric, which we'll be dyeing some binding today, you guys. This will be the first day that I'm dyeing for the whole season, so that's awesome. But we should be able to get everything out to everybody pretty quickly. So definitely take advantage of any of the yardage. Don't forget about that with pre-order because then our next pre-order will not happen till September. So make sure that if there's any prints or designs you want for the summer, you do grab those in the yardage this time around, as well as our book lover panels, which we're featuring today. All right. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're all here. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm going to grab my drink. Every month, for those of you who are new, we do drop new hand-dyed fabric. So I'm going back in time. May 1st will be our May Dynamic Fabric Kit release, which is a kit with 2 dyed fabrics and prints that coordinate together. And our retail dyed fabric release will be on May 1st. So that's a limited batch of a colorway that I do dyed fabric and a variety of different bases of ours. So everyone, you know, from quilters to bag makers to apparel people can find things with the hand dyed fabric. All right. So let me see which angle is going to be the best angle for us here today. I think maybe this one. This is under, look at this. This is underneath Gertie, my fabricator. Let's hope she sews well. All right, you guys, she's been giving me a little bit of issue. I think we're going to start with the Sewn Ideas because that one is a little bit more, it's not a difficult pattern. It just has more pieces. So I think that's what we're going to start with. Has anyone already ordered some book lover panels to do some fun things? Anyone doing some markets? I'd love to know if you're doing markets because I think these are definitely going to be a big hit for markets this year. All right, so what do we got here? I have all my pieces. Now this book lovers panel is, and here I'll switch cameras so you can actually see this one. Isn't this awesome? I feel so professional, you guys. So this book lovers panel is our When the Moon Hatched, which is exclusive fabric that we had designed by my nephew. My nephew is the artist for these prints. So if you go to our website and go under our fabric collection, scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see When the Moon Hatched, which is a fantasy romance book by Sarah Parker. We have licensing for her fabric. So I pretty much cut this here because I use the, I didn't use any additional fabric other than the book lover panel. I wanted to show you that. I still had a decent amount, enough that if I use a coordinate with this, I could have still got another either book sleeve out of it or made another bag with the other panel. So just so you know, like I could still get a second project out of this, but I definitely would have needed to use some coordinates. I feel like if you are going to do 2 projects with them, depending on the size of the project, you'll definitely want to use something from your stash, which again is part of my dedication to us being a little bit sustainable. I don't necessarily, I mean, I run my own business, so I want you to spend money with me, obviously, but I also want you to use what you have in your stash. And if you're able to get something that coordinates with something in your stash, then, you know, why not? All right. And then I cut out a whole bunch of like just using the solid. All right. And this pattern always confuses me. I'll just be very honest with you guys. I like this pattern, but every time I've cut it out wrong. So there is one that you can see. I just pieced it because I was like, oh, I don't want to use any extra. So it has a little bit of a quilted piece there. So we're going, and they're all numbered, which is really nice. She has it all numbered for like how we go through this pattern. So we're going to start at the very beginning of what she's telling us to do. And I do not have a snap. I just realized that I didn't put a snap in here. So I'm going to have to get a snap. And we're going to flip our screen. Would you like this screen, you guys, or do you want to do this one? You guys let me know which one you like better. When I first made it, I cut out. You did. You cut it out wrong. I had to redo it. Yeah, I had to redo mine. Let me grab. I need to. Do I want to use a, I can't really use a cam snap today, you guys, because my cutting table has a project on it that I'm quilting. So I'll use a regular plastic snap today. Yeah, Apollo really did a number on me, and he's such a sweetheart. Like once he realized like I was down, he was like, "Hey, Mom, why are you on the ground?" We spent all day yesterday working on our gardens. My front flower bed with my herb garden. I like to keep those like right off the front porch. And then we worked on our vegetable garden too. So yeah, so my whole goal around these book lover panels was really You know, because a lot of our prints, we try to do some fun bookish things for you guys because we all love to read. And then I was like, you know what? These would be really great for other projects. So I feel like you really can't go wrong with them. And they're sailcloth, so you could totally use it for a variety of different types of sewing. Sailcloth, I've seen people make bucket hats out of them, so you can make some apparel accessories with them. I've seen people do quilting with it, so it's definitely, you can use it multiple different ways. Do we have a preference of, I feel like this is a decent, because you're even like seeing underneath for now, so I feel like we'll leave it there for now and see what happens. Sound good? So I'm pretty sure the panels will get 2 of the sewn ideas. This pen is done. This pen is done. In the small, like you can do 2 of the small. I don't think you could get 2 of the large out of it. As far as the distance between the images. So just FYI on that. All right. I need to get my hole puncher. What's everybody else sewing today? Anybody doing any projects? Okay. And let's just set these guys over here for now. These over here for when we need them, and I need to thread my machine. I am using today, this is the thread from Sunny Sewing Machines. It's just like a off-white tan color. Don't want you in there. There we go. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning. We finally got the sound to work, Jordan. This is the new setup. I can toggle between camera angles and everything. I haven't sewed since before Easter. I've been slacking, so I'm going to try to sew up some underwear for my daughter. Just got back. Aww. That's so fun. I would never have thought of sewing underwear for my kids. Well, I wasn't really into apparel, other than like frilly dresses for my daughter. But that's fun. There's so many fun, like character prints now. I feel like that would be helpful with potty training, right? And I probably should oil Gertie before we get started. I didn't oil her yet. Let's see how this works out with having the camera back there. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to order a new narrow foot. Because I do think it rubbed in from it not tightening enough. That is the problem. I think that was wrong with Gertie the other week. So we'll see how she does today. I know. Isn't that so cool, the angle? Jordan. All right. So we're going to sew the top tab first here. So I'm just going to clip that in place. And let's see where my stitches are. I'm hoping I don't have too much vibration for you guys. Oh, I think it's okay. Let's see how my tension is. There we go. Snazzy. Hi, Jackie. How you doing? I bet you they are good scrap etchers because you don't need a lot, right? Okay. Yeah, once we get this camera set up out in the workshop, I think, like DJ said, he's gonna like find ways to like mount them specific places. So I think that'll be really, really helpful, you know. Let me turn my iron on so I can iron this. And I just interface the sailcloth with a 101 because I just like it interfaced. But you wouldn't have to. That's the other thing. I really feel like the sailcloth is like really domestic friendly. So you wouldn't have to interface it at all if you didn't want to. All right. So I'm going to iron that once that warms up. And then we're going to top stitch it. Let me look and see what's the next stage. Then we're going to mark on our other piece. Jordan, are you sewing another Annabelle? They are addicting. It was super fast. It's such a super fast sew. I like it a lot. And it worked real well with the book lover panel. Are you making more with book lovers panels, or are you doing something different? Yeah, when we're done with this, then I'm going outside and we're going to start dyeing binding. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Getting used to this foot, you guys. It's so weird. I've only ever sewn with my narrow foot from like day one. Like the only time I used this foot was when we were repairing the tents. So it definitely, it's different when you're learning to sew with another foot. I ordered the 115% templates and then, ooh, Wendy, that sounds fun. I didn't know that they made the templates at a different scale. All right, I'm just gonna put this on here. There's, can I show you guys? There you go. Now you can see it. Little parchment mark there. I was trying to get that when it would fold over, there would be a parchment mark on the top. All right, so we have that piece done. Now we need to do the other piece, which is going to be one of these, I think, because this one is the one I put some padding in one. Do I want that to be, I think we're going to do this one. Yeah, last night I realized again that I have arthritis because after being in the garden all day yesterday, lifting up bags of dirt and bending over and planting things, pulling out rocks. Oh my gosh. I should have took something before I went to bed last night because I kept waking up and either my hands or my legs hurt. So I'm preparing myself for this this summer. Did I put I do have tags. I have a Easily Distracted by Dragons tag. And I have my Thunderbird Handcrafted tag. And then I also, why am I showing that direction? I have a woven label. This is from Emporium Threads. I have Easily Distracted by Dragons. These are on our site. We just replenished these. They come in a pack of 5, and there's one for each hardware colorway. And then my logo tag, because I'm going to use these for giveaways over on Instagram. So make sure you're following me. All right, now we need to, I need the pattern. I'm measuring down 1.5. Yeah, I love using labels too. We've just added a whole bunch of new labels. The woven labels are super fun. We will have some woven labels coming, but they'll be specifically with kits that we're doing. We're actually going to be doing the Diane Crossbody as with a book lover panel that we're making. It'll be an exclusive pattern. That'll be in June. That will be June's June or July's workshop. We'll see how fast we can get it all together. And we'll have 25 kits that are specifically for that workshop. And then we'll allow a pre-order to get the panel, but I won't have extra of all of the other stuff. You'll have to get your own hardware and everything if you don't grab one of the kits. Okay, so there's our snap is on. All right, now we're going to grab our back and we're going to attach our snap. If you haven't read When the Moon Hatched and you are a fantasy romance lover, I highly recommend it. I do premise it with the fact that there's a lot of world building and it is a cliffhanger read. Book 2 was supposed to come out in October, Sarah said, but now I think it's coming out in the new year, early in the new year, I think she said. Have a beautiful morning at church, Murda. Oh, the Diane Crossbody is like another one like the Annabelle. I feel like it's one of those where once you make it, it's like, oh, this is a fun, quick little bag to throw together. All right, so I'm just going to center Center that on the top of my back panel in the direction I want it to go. And we're going to do an 1/8 of an inch little stay stitch across the top here. I do have a giveaway going on right now over on my Instagram account for the Handmaids panel and a Handmaid's Tale book and a bunch of other little goodies. So if you haven't been over on my Instagram in a while, make sure you go over and check out that. All right, now I need 2, 3, 4, and 6. Let's see. 6, 4, 3, 2. All right. And I need piece 3. So that's that piece that I need. And we're going to get our zipper. I have so many different little baggies of things right now because I'm doing 3 patterns. Remembering where I stick everything. All right, I got this zipper tape from Dream Big. It's like denim. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then I'm just using a Soda Tab zipper pull in bronze. Come on. You can do it. I'm going to get rid of some of this. Okay. Come on, baby. Come through. You can do it. It's like it's stuck. Why are you stuck? Why are you not coming through? Let's try the other side. It feels like it's doing it on this side too. It is number 5. I've never used a zipper tape before from them, so it might just be a harder, because it does feel thick. Come on. There we go, baby. Oh, now. Lay down flat. Yeah, it's really tight. Yeah. All right. Maybe if it just goes through a couple times, it'll loosen itself up. I'm going to try to put it on again. I'm sorry that I'm taking so much time with this, but wow, that's tight, tight, tight. Okay, now that we got that, now that I broke a sweat, good morning, Diana. Now that I broke a sweat, doing a zipper tape. I'm going to cut my notches on this piece. And I didn't interface the top piece. I just interfaced. And this looks like it's kind of woven. I think that's why. So I'm just making really small notches in this tape. Then we're going to close this direction, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, she has it this way. So I want to go this way. And we're going to find our piece 2. Which is this piece. That's right. Okay. And I'm going to sandwich this. It's really windy here. Holy moly. Okay. So we're going to sandwich that like that. All right. So let's get everything lined up. Of course, my iron says, forget you. You haven't used me. That's a broken one. Kind of want to put, I think I'm going to put the Easily Distracted by Dragons tag on the front. We are doing, there's another broken clip. We are doing the Sewn Ideas, the smaller version, first. It took us a little bit this morning, Diana, because we were learning a new camera setup. So it took us a little bit of time, but we figured it out. I'm gonna get my stiletto here. And change my stitch length. And I just want to watch for that zipper. The one thing with this foot is my narrow foot allowed me to get closer to the zipper than this one does. And so I do think that I have to order a new narrow foot, because for some reason this screw kept getting loose with my narrow foot. I don't know if I just use it so much that it's worn and it kept getting loose. It's just weird the way that happened. But that's what we're figuring was the issue. And now we're gonna put my needle down so I can move this. Oh my gosh, the zipper is a tight one. Come on. There we go. Okay. And now see if I'm closing it correctly. Now I would be flipping it this direction. This is where I don't know if I do it this pattern correctly. Jenna, read your instructions. When would I ever consider doing that, you guys? Oh, well, it's going to go this direction because this is the way I wanted it to go. I don't think it matters as long as your zipper is going the direction you want it, right? Because now my zipper is going to go up to this corner. Is that what I did the last time? It is. It is what I did the last time. I don't know. We'll figure it out, you guys. I'm going to just burn this down. So I'm pretty sure this is woven. That's why it's a little, see, that's why it's thicker and that's why it's unraveling. I'm going to burn it so it stops doing that. It's pretty zipper though. All right, so now I'm going to top stitch this, and then I'm going to put my tag on the front here. Okay. And then I think I'm going to put the Easily Distracted by Dragons there. Let's see, I think we'll do 3. 3 looks good. Sewing mode go with the flow. Yep. Yep. That's how I roll. We just, the summer moo dress pattern, I just finished everything this morning. We probably will be updating the, providing like an actual template for the one optional pocket. But I have everything to print out so we can get people's moo kits out to them. And we just bought a new printer to be able to do like fancier printing. And for some reason, I really don't want to have to read a whole manual on a printer, but I think I'm going to have to. Because this morning we were trying to print out the pattern because people who ordered kits, I'm printing and binding their pattern for them. And I wanted to print it on really nice cardstock. But for some reason, and this is one of the reasons we bought this printer, was to have it on, to be able to print like nice cardstock stuff. And for some reason, it will not pull through and do double-sided on the cardstock. And it won't, I can't figure out, it has 2 trays, this printer. I can't figure out how to choose which tray I wanted to pull from went on my computer, like before I hit print. So, it's gonna, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to read a printer manual, which I'm not thrilled about. Maybe there's a YouTube video somewhere. It's also harder to do tags because I can't see exactly where I'm at here. Okay. Tie this off. All right. And there we have it. So I have that front part done. Oh, now we need to put that on. I'm pretty sure that's the next stage of the game. Oh. Yep. All right, so now we're going to find our center on here. Is that going? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need to get the other piece too. Enjoy your lunch in the city. How fun. That sounds amazing. Oh, good. So this piece is going to be hidden. And do I have it wrong? Yeah, because I probably shouldn't have. See, Sarah? Should I? Oh, no. That's right. It's right, because that's the behind of it, right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. Yep. Yep. That's the behind of the pocket. Oh, I get the feeling, Sarah, that I'm not alone in this process for this pattern. It's a really fun pattern, but I don't read instructions. Okay. I'm cutting out the stuff for my quilted shoes, and I'm like, I don't want to screw that up. So I'm really taking my time reading everything. Okay, so we have the back piece on, this piece on. All right, we're gonna sew this. Yes, I kept forgetting to mirror it. That's what I forgot to do, too. I kept forgetting to do that. Watch out. Make sure my zipper is straight. Down again. At least I'll be covering up that oops. It'll be on the inside. Then I had a quilt. I added a little bit of Decoville Light to this piece because the first one I felt like I wanted that top part of that pocket to just have a little bit more like structure to it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm guessing I'm top stitching. I'm guessing, see? I'm guessing I'm top stitching this. Yep. There's another piece, right? There's another piece. This piece, yes. And that piece goes on like so. Yes. Okay, so far so good. I did them right. So far so good. Okay. But I should top stitch this first, right? Yeah. I feel like I'm getting low on the bobbin. Oh, but this isn't... If I fold this over, will this go the right direction? Miano? Yes. Okay. I feel like slants are confusing me. Why are slants confusing me? There we go. Everything up. And we'll top stitch across here. Sorry if you can hear my husband sawing stuff outside. I think he's working on something for the building or a piece of equipment, working on something for... Alright, now I'm just going to clip and make sure that everything is lined up now, that I have everything. All right. And now we are going to add this to our front. So we have our front. Oh, this is looking so cute already. I love it. Well, line up. There we go. So I'm just going to clip this in place all the way around. I feel like if you were batching this pattern, you would definitely get the groove. Is my new, or is it ready enough for you to dye out there? So I am still using my outdoor dye workshop this year. The dye workshop, actually the dye workshop will never necessarily be where I dye fabric. It's just, it's too messy to do it indoors someplace. Like I might do some indoor dyeing like in the wintertime, but not production like I do for, you know, releases. That I feel like will always probably happen a lot outdoors because it's too messy and also time consuming. Like everything has to be kind of under a roof, and I have my the way we have it set up, like I have my little carport and everything. I think I want to put, where did I put it on my last one? Put it up at the top here, so we'll do that. This is really to just get all of our fabric out of our house and have it be stored someplace else other than in our home. And then also all of like my dye, like all of the supplies and everything. And then we have a very big laser that we have no clue what we're using it for yet, so don't ask me. That we're going to put in there, and we're going to move all of my sewing into the top, then the second floor. So it's kind of more like a studio than, say, dye workshop. I might build myself, if I'm going to try it this summer using a smaller version, but I don't know if you've ever seen ink dyeing where you use a trough. If I get good at it, to dye like half yards ink dye, we might build a trough to do ink dyeing. But yeah, most of the dyeing happens outdoors. All right, now I'm gonna put my top on, which I piece interface this with some of the Insul foam from Fabric Therapy, because I figured if someone was going to use this for like a Kindle or something, it'd be good to have a little bit of foam. So that's going to go next. Yeah, it's better to do it outside. I've done it indoors, like I did the snow dye and stuff, and I mean, it's okay to do like small batches, but it still makes a mess. I'd rather have something that I can like hose down, you know? Yeah, I had all these like leftover scraps, so I thought that would work. Oh, okay. Now what? I have to make the other side, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then we have this side. So we're going to set that one aside, and we're going to do this one. And I need to decide, where am I putting my Thunderbird? Maybe down here? Yeah, I think I'm going to put it down there. Oh, we are sewing buddies. It's so funny. I feel like, so listen, I want to really encourage anybody. There is nothing that will replace in-person community. All right. I really want to encourage you all that if you don't have in-person community, because I know that it's hard, I want to encourage you to find in-person community. And here's my reasoning behind that. We are human interactors, okay? Like, it really matters for you to be physically near people, all right? Even if you don't always like people. Because I would say I'm definitely more of an ambivert, closer on the introvert level. I do need breaks from people, but peopling is important. So find a community that you can people with. But I am so grateful for online community and getting to know many of you, getting to meet many of you in person is so much fun. And to share this skill and hobby and business with you all is definitely it really was a dream of mine. I think I've shared this before. When I was in 4th grade and they asked us what we wanted to be when we grow up, I drew a picture of myself painting, not doing the art that I'm doing, with a camera pointed at me, and said I wanted to be Bob Ross, and I wanted to make art on TV, and who would have known way back in the 80s that there would be such a thing as YouTube, and that I would be making art on the TV. So, and I really do appreciate this community so much, because I don't leave the house very often, especially with all the things we have going on. So I do have my in-person community. It's important to have those friends that you can hang out in person. It's important occasionally to travel to friends, with the Lynn's Handmade Retreat. I feel like that was such a good for my soul. And my friendships with Jade and Katie, and others that were there. But in particular, Jade and Katie and I have really created a close relationship, and it was great to just be in person with them, and share, just sewing time together. And then I also think it's important to have those people that you can sew with online, even if it's not on YouTube. I think it's important. Find people that you can sew with and say nothing. Do a FaceTime if you have FaceTime or whatever. Those are actually some of my favorite sewing times, is with friends that I can just sit and do my thing and they do their thing. So, all right. So put my tag on the back of that one in the corner. Definitely use your labels, people. Put your logo on things. Sign your name on things. Aw, Sarah, I'm so glad that I've inspired you. I've been getting so many messages lately. I have to tell you, these messages mean a lot to me. And I do read them to DJ, just FYI. I mean, if it's private, I don't read them to DJ. But he likes to hear this stuff too. But I've received 2 messages lately that just really touched my heart. So when I released the book lovers panels, if you go and check it out, one of my favorite books as a kid was The Secret Garden. My grandmother read it to me. I was fascinated with it. In 6th grade, I feel like it was required reading back when I was in school for 6th grade. It was one of the curriculum books that could be done. And my 6th grade reading teacher, she had us read The Secret Garden. And we, my middle school had one that has those accordion walls, that they could pin stuff on and whatnot. Horrible for sound, great for creativity in the classroom. But she had us all make those big tissue paper flowers and vines and all different. And then we made a door for the front. And I had someone message me who's a retired teacher. I don't know if she's watching. But she said when she saw the book lovers panels and saw that I created one that's called Secret Garden. She said she just like fell in love and was so happy. It was like one of her favorite books to teach. And I just was like, oh, that's so like nice. Like I love getting those messages. And here, see, something still isn't right with Gertie. She's not jumping the humps like she used to. I think I have to keep lifting this here. I think that's the issue. So she sent me that message. It was so sweet. And then I had someone else send me, I shared the May Dynamic Fabric Kit the other day. I didn't top stitch that yet, no. And someone messaged me saying, like, she knew that it's her mom's birthday, and so she knows now what she's going to get and make for her. And I was like, that's so sweet, because her mom, I think it's like her mom's 75th birthday or something. But her mom, like, she said her mom's kitchen was all, did I not skip that? Keep enough seam allowance there. I think I did. Oh, I need my woven label. Don't let me forget my woven label, you guys. All right. She said like her whole kitchen, all of her stuff was strawberries, and her mom's an avid reader, so the Dynamic Fabric Kit for May is like a strawberry picnic with tea and books and stuff. And she was like, I'm going to get that and make something for my mom. It just reminded me so much of my mom growing up in her kitchen and all her strawberry decor. It just, that sort of message, because I do put a lot of thought into the things I design or the different prints that we put out. And I want it to inspire like some nostalgia. So when that happens and people tell me about it, that means it does mean a lot to me. I'm going to put that right there. Some days it feels like a business. Some days it just feels like what I was meant to do. Oh, that's cool, Sarah. My kitchen is chickens, and not by choice. My husband's stepmom, who lived here prior, that was her choice, not mine. Not that I don't like chickens, but I'm not really a fan of them in my kitchen. Jordan, I love them. I know you love them. You love the chickens in my kitchen, right? I don't know what I would do. I feel like the kitchen I would really like, if I'm very honest now at the age I am. But to spend money on that sort of stuff doesn't make sense yet for me. I'm waiting till my kids move out of the house completely. I really love Fiesta wear, and I feel like I would just want a like basic neutral kitchen. I don't want any animals or fruit or florals. It sounds so boring. And then I want rainbow Fiesta wear, like Fiesta wear that like none of it matches. It's all different colors. So that's my dream kitchen. All right. So we're going to leave the inside bottom open, and we're we're going to stitch all around. So this is the outside. Oh, last week when I didn't tell everybody not to get back on this topic because it's not a topic I really want to spend a whole lot of time on. But last week, remember we were talking about the nope ropes, about little like snakes in the garden. You'll never believe what I saw walking to the garden last week. And I was like, no, that was not meant to be the situation. I did not want that to happen. Yep, a little garter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to lift. My problem is if I lift the foot, I feel like when I have something thinner, it doesn't want to pull it through. So I'm not sure exactly. Because you hear how much it's knocking. That's like how much pressure is on the foot. So, I don't know. We're continually checking this since the other day. Yeah, it should not knock like that. And that's, I think it's the amount of pressure that's on this. Yep, come on. That's kind of like mine, but I have a Cambria Dishes from Pottery Barn. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah. Nope ropes all summer. I'm terrified. You should. So it was funny because my son was home last weekend and he was playing with the dog in the yard. And when I saw it, and I was like, hey. Hey, anybody? He was laughing at me. It's like, Mom, it's a garter. It's not. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Alrighty. Oh! We lost Bobbin Chicken, you guys. Let's see. We're not gonna stress about the color of the... Do I have a color that would match, kind of? Let's do this variegated blue. I'm not making another bobbin just for this. We're gonna use up some bobbins. Yeah. One thing that was amazing this week, what was that? Is that my bobbin coming out? Say it ain't so. No. What was that? What fell that made that much of a noise? I don't know. We'll see if something is like, I'm not going to work anymore. Something that was really good this week was I made the TikTok feta pasta. Oh, with chicken and tomatoes and olive oil. It was, oh my gosh, it was so good. That's like one of those that like I'll just eat it cold. I enjoy it so much. Jackie, don't go out there right now. Yeah, that's what my son was like, walk the other direction, Mom. It'll leave. I was like, but then I won't see where it goes. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to turn this inside out, correct? I was like, I want to know where it lives so that I don't go there. Oh, it's so cute. This is it is a good pattern, other than angles confuse me. So my daughter, I have to share this with you guys so you guys can keep her in your thoughts. So my daughter had a call back. Like I said, she's going to teach for a while. She's applied at a private school to teach science. They have an opening. And she got a call back for a phone interview. So I'm like so excited for her. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, hoping that she gets it, because I feel like, like I said, she didn't go to school to be a teacher, not, and I get that that's a tricky subject, because I am in education, I'm on the school board, but she wants to pursue her master's in science, and she still has all these opportunities with space stuff, so, that's why she didn't go to school for education, because she needs a master's degree in science and a bachelor's degree in science in order to work for NASA, if that's her end goal. So anyways, she decided to take the state praxis test because they have something called an intern teacher here in Pennsylvania. So she passed that so she could teach and then keep pursuing, what she wants to do. And I hope that she gets it at this private school because I feel like she could use so much more of her skill set at a private school than stuck to the constraints of state schools, for her in particular. So I really hope, I'm like hoping it goes well this week. All right, we're going to close up the seam. And then we're going to shove that down in there. Oh, you're getting stuck again, girlfriend. Come on. I'm worried about that when I go to bind the spice rack, how it's gonna handle things. Yeah, so keep her in your thoughts. I hope she can get it. Be nice if she could find a job right away. And then her boyfriend, he's still looking. He did get a message back. He also applied down here because there's not a whole lot up where he lives because he wants to work with animals or something in nature. And there's the Hershey Gardens isn't far from us. So, and they have like a big butterfly house and like insect thing that they do for kids. And he did get an email back from them asking if he'd worked with kids before, which he was a lifeguard for a while. So I'm hoping that he also gets a call back, that they could both find some work right away. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. They're so cute. This does come together so nicely. Just kind of pushing down my seams there. All right. I don't know, like you wouldn't necessarily have to top stitch this. Here, I have a thread, but I probably should top stitch it. I'm doing it as a giveaway. All right, let's top stitch it. I'm going to start over here. Okay. Come on. Lay nice for me. Come on. Gertie. You can do better. Anybody else talk to their machine by its name? Come on, Gertie. Oh, Gertie. Oh no, it fits a book. Here, hold on. Wait. I mean, it is the smaller version. It's not the large version, so it's not going to hold like a big book. Like a big hardcover book. But it'll hold here. Let me grab a book. Why did I pull it that direction, you guys? Because I wasn't paying attention. No, I want you to stay out there. I want you to come in here. There we go. I need you guys to come in here. Okay, I just burned down these threads that I have here. Like here I have a book. There's that one, and then I have my really thick one, the Moon Hatched. It should fit this too, I think. Maybe, maybe not. It's a tight one, but it would fit it if I shove it. Will it still snap? It will. If I wouldn't have used the foam in there, I probably could. It wouldn't be as snug for this bigger, thick book. And then I like the smaller size just because I mostly, for my Kindle, you know, like it holds my Kindle. You could also put your Kindle up front here if you wanted to. And then it probably will still fit this small book. So let's switch our screens, and we'll hold it up so everybody can see it. There it is. There's our first one done. So this is the Sewn Ideas book sleeve, the small version. Okay, there is a larger version that comes with the pattern. It's not separate. You get two versions. But like I said, for the book lover panels, if you're going to make large, you're probably going to be able to still use it with the two panels because I did fix that. But you're going to need to use a coordinate fabric for sure. Okay, with the large version. Okay, I made the large, and I like the hardcover book, so I put that in the back. Yep, that's cool, cute. So this is the small version, but you can make the large version. So let's clean up our patterns. So again, this isn't my idea to bind patterns. This is from my bestie Katie for my little shindig. She binds her patterns like this. I personally like this because I do still print out all of my patterns. It's not very eco-friendly, I know, but I don't have a projector yet, so it is what it is. Once I have a projector, I probably will not print out the pattern pieces, just the instructions, even though you've heard me say multiple times I don't read instructions. I do read instructions, just I skim instructions mostly. But it's nice because we put like I'll show you, a clear protector sleeve in the back, and that holds all the pattern pieces in the back, and it's easy for me to store them. So, all right, so we're done with the Sewn Ideas. What's next? Let's do the spice rack next. Does that sound good? We'll save the easy one for the end. We'll save the book bestie for the end. So for the let me share with you what I'm using for the Okra Roots spice rack. So first, this is a binding project, so we are going to use some of our hand-dyed binding. I believe this is iced cupcake. I think I still have some of this in stock. My binding is 1 1/4 inch, and it has a woven bias, so it makes it easier to bind. Perfect. Remember to practice on your pockets. I tell everybody, if you want to do better at binding, practice on the top of your pockets using binding, like a fold over binding. This year we are going to be dyeing 1 inch binding. So if you don't want to do the professional route of like the fold over situation, you just want to have a simple over the top. We will have that available starting sometime this summer. So binding for this one. What else am I using? I am using, for the vinyl portion, I'm using some Fabric Therapy Prism Shift in, I think it's Sunflower Yellow or Yellow Brick Road. I forget what Nancy has it named for Fabric Therapy, but it's like this really pretty shimmery yellow. I have some of this sparkly green zipper tape, another Soda Tab zipper pull, and then for my tags, obviously my logo tag, and then I have one of our new tags that's part of our Goosey Girly tag set, and it says, "I'm just a girl." Of course, I have 3 drinks is what this one has on it, so you guys can see it. And then I believe this woven label is from Jolie Lee Creations and says, "Be kind." And on the back it has an expletive of a because the fabric I'm using is like from our Softcore Girly. It's in Softcore Girly collection and in our Retro collection. And the Book Lovers panel is the Girly Drinks panel. And I'm doing this panel from it. So I'm doing the Diet Coke with the bows. The other image on the panel is this, what's on this tag. But I thought this one went really well. So, and I Odie coated this, the sailcloth of the panel with one Odie coat, one coat. So this is the exterior, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to just quilt this down the center on it for the exterior. And then I'm using, for the one pocket area, I'm using just some of the solid yellow. For the other part of the pocket, I'm using some of my dyed fabric, and just look at this. This is from February's Dynamic Fabric Kit. It's the marshmallowy pink. I think we have one more of these kits available, but I wanted to just show you like dyed fabric with these panels, especially in the Dynamic Fabric Kits, because the Dynamic Fabric Kit dyes are solid color dyes. I'm not mixing colors. Even if you're getting a variation of colors, it's one color of dye that I'm using. But look how pretty the splits of this fabric are. So pretty. So that's the other pocket area. Well, the main pocket area. And I have to remember that we also have snaps, and I want to use metal snaps. So I'm going to have to dig out the old girl. So I haven't done this one in a while. Let's come back over this direction so that I can look at this pattern and remind myself what I'm doing. I did not add a bunch of interfacing because every time I've done this pattern, I have felt like it had too much. So we're doing very minimal interfacing. Okay. Oh, did I not cut that part? Did I not cut that piece? Oh, I'm using binding for that. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start with our zipper pocket. Oh, and then I do have, before I forget to show this, I do have some clear vinyl from my little shindig, and it has these like shimmery stars on them. So I need the pocket. And the zipper pull. It Has anyone done a spice rack before? It's a fun pattern. I hacked this pattern a little bit to make my son a like electronic cord keeper. And that looks crooked. For college, and he really likes it. So I feel like this style of pattern can be done in a bunch of different ways. Why does this look... We're having zipper issues today, people. What time is it? Oh, it's almost... Well, the book bestie isn't crazy. All right, so we're going to... Let me find my centers because I want to try to keep everything straight. And we're going to put it on upside down. And then what? And we're going to do this way. We're going to sandwich this. I have to change our thread. I am going to be using, for this one of my new favorite threads. I really love this color from Saya. Hey, have a good day, Sarah. Thanks for hanging out. This new thread is Rosy Cheeks from Saya. It's such a pretty pink color. I'm usually not a real pink fan, but I really like this one. So that's what we're using today. Oh, I think my mother-in-law is soon coming. She's coming to help dye binding. Well, we're going to start a little later than what I thought. It's all right. She'll probably help my husband with something till we're done. Time flies when you're hanging out with friends. Anybody have any markets or anything that they're getting ready for? I think what I'm going to do, I think I probably will do a market this year, but it'll be in the fall. I didn't do one last year, but I think I might do one this year. Just because I plan what I've been doing during the days a lot. That's why I have all these bags cut out, because I want to still be able to sew with you guys this summer. And once I get busy dyeing fabric, it's really difficult for me to have the time to prep stuff for sewing. So I thought if I just prep a bunch of stuff and have it ready to go, then it'll be easier for me to be like, okay, we're going to go live on a Sunday morning before I get outside and we're going to sew something. So that's kind of my thought process behind it, is to do that. All right, we're going to sew this And we're using a 3/8 inch. Oh, this is going to be tricky with my foot that I have on. Is she going to pull it? She's not going to pull it. I don't think. Yep. I don't think she's going to pull you through. Nope. We're going to have to go next to it. I really got to get that fixed. I thought I had it fixed, but I feel like I just need to order that other. Whoa, watch out. That was a tight clip. I feel like I have to just get another narrow foot and see if that fixes things. Come on. Oh, my tension. I need to play with that, I think, with this. I'm a little nervous how Gertie's going to do here because of the binding part, but hopefully we can get through it. All right, and then we're gonna top stitch this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. And we're going to get one of our pieces for the slip pocket. I'm going to do this one. You're doing a market in July? Cool. Do you have a plan for like what you're making? Like what bags you're making? Are you following my 3 product rule, Tanya? You don't have to. I'm just saying it helps if you choose 3 things that kind of coordinate together. Oh, are we gonna... This is the second pattern that I binded that I have it out of order. Oh, girlfriend. Okay. I'm wondering if yeah. Yes, that is correct. Okay. So I do need to sandwich this. Oh my goodness, 17 different designs? Oh, girlfriend. That's a lot. That's awesome, though. I hope you do really well.
I know I saw Erin from Better Than Your Bandana. It looks like she had a good day yesterday at the one she just did. Okay, and then this here, we need to top stitch this like so. And then we're going to connect it down here. And we're going to top stitch that. Oh, what's going on with the tension now, Gertie? Don't give me issues, lady. You're already not on my best side right now. All right, now I need to find page 8. Oh, all right. So we have that done. I have to decide if I'm going to put any tags or anything on that. But there's what our pocket looks like for now. All right, now we're going to work on the centerpiece with the ID area. So I need my cork tag that. Where's the other pattern piece? I need this piece. And the fold goes this direction, right? Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to piece these on here. So first I'm going to need to stitch this onto each other, and then I need to put my tag on. So I just used double-sided tape. Probably would help if I switched screens here. And I'm just going to use double-sided tape along here, along here. Good morning, Yesenia. How are you doing? We are making 3 different bookish patterns. We already made the Sewn Ideas book sleeve, and now we're doing the Ochre Roots, and I need to make that straight, the Ochre Roots spice rack, and then we're going to do the Carolina's Little Stitches book bestie. using our new book lover panels. All right, so now I'm just going to top stitch this. I don't want to go out too far. I'm going to slant these a little bit. There we go. TJ is really grinding something out there. Making sure I'm getting the right thread here. Everybody who's going to Vegas, getting excited to go to Vegas. I'm going to miss everybody. I'm just going to cut this down now, this clear vinyl in the back, because I'm going to fold this top over and I'm going to top stitch that. Yes, Annie, are you going to Vegas this year? I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape. Alright, I'm just going to top stitch across the top of this. Alright, now it's going to go on this side because I want the folded edge there. So I'm going to just measure down. I want to make a center fold here so I know exactly where it's going. Okay. I'll measure down. I'm going to do 2 inches. 2 inches down. Looks good. This floral Diet Coke fabric, we also have floral regular Coke, floral Mountain Dew, floral Sprite, and floral Dr. Pepper. Again, those prints, this is from the Book Lovers panel, which is a Diet Coke one. But you can get all of those designs in yardage under the retro collection, Retro Vibes collection, and I think I have it under the Softcore Girly collection as well. So if you're one of the, I want to find one that is like tea or LaCroix or something that isn't soda, but these were really cute and I couldn't pass them up. And those are available on pre-order right now until May 16th. All right. All right, so we're 2 inches down here. I'm gonna eyeball that like so. And then I'm gonna put my cork tag. I'm gonna put that there. Come on. Where's the end? There it is. Oh, don't put your tag upside down. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to stitch around this and then also stitch my label on. Got a little bit off there, but it's okay. All right, now my tag. You're kind of getting all of your internal pieces in this pattern all set up before you piece it together. Okay. All right, so then there's that piece, like so. Turned out cute. And now we're going to do the other clear slip pocket, which goes on the corner. And I'm just going to be, I'm going to put my woven label here, and I'm also going to be binding it. So I want to cut a piece of this. I'm trying to be I'm trying to not use a ton of it because I don't know. I hope I have enough of this color to finish it. I'm just gonna take this off. And then we're gonna like that. And we're gonna stitch. I'm gonna try to follow where the weave is, where the first line of my weave is. Tighten my seam allowance a little, my stitch, my tension a little bit with it being the clear vinyl and not another vinyl connecting it. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? We are currently on the spice rack. That's the pattern that I am sewing right now. All right, and now I'm just folding over my binding on the clear pocket. And I'm going to stitch it across. Oh, you're wanting to bunch up now, Gertie. Come on. Okay. So there I have my clear pocket. Now, because again, I have my pattern put together wrong. I should have checked these before I bound them. We're going to put all of these on my interior piece, which is a piece of the Fabric Therapy vinyl. So again, the first time I did this pattern, I over interfaced it. The second time I did the pattern, especially if you're using a thicker vinyl, you don't need to interface anything at all. It felt like very minimal. So we're going to line up this piece on the center here, on this piece, like so. And we're going to put this piece like so. Oh, maybe you don't center. Using 1-inch binding. Oh no, we didn't center. You don't center this piece. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Still clip center marks on this piece though. That'll help you. This goes butted up against each other like so. I'm doing pretty good, other than I shared at the very beginning. I had a little bit of an incident. My dog was, we were out playing ball, and he's on a lead, and he saw a rabbit, and his leash wrapped around my foot, and I'm now at the age where they ask, you know, have you had any falls in the past month since we saw you last? And I'll be able to say, well, yes. Yes, I did have a fall since you last saw me. So I have a pretty bad brush burn around my ankle, and it's swollen. It hurts, but I iced it last night, and we're gonna deal with it. All right, I'm not adding a pen clip to this. Just FYI, I'm not doing that. You can if you want. I'm not. And I'm just using a piece of this binding, folded in half, to be my cover piece that goes between these two. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stitch this down, then I'm going to stitch this, and then I'm going to stitch that. Okay. And we're just going to do just 1/8 of an inch stay stitch. Okay, I have that done. Now I'm just going to sew this down on both sides with a top stitch. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to just clip that close and clip this one. All right, so there we have that part done. Now, with that done, we need to put our pocket over here, but I need to figure out over here now. I'm going to do, because the way these close is with a snap. So this is always the part where I'm like, she puts the snaps on last, but I always feel like there should be a way to put the snap in before that you're not, because she puts like the snaps that they're like here and here, I think. And then the snap. Let me think a second, you guys. Because when we fold it up, this is gonna go like so. And the snaps are gonna be on. So a snap needs to go here and here. Okay, so snaps need to go here and on the exterior here. So I can put those other snaps once I sew the other piece down for this side. But I need to put them over here before I sew that piece down here. Oh, okay. But it's hard to get at once you put this on. That, now I remember. Okay, so I think I'm going to put, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try, let me first figure out where this is going to end up on the outside, because I have to stitch this down. So I want this to go where it's going to fold over, right? So I think this has to go like there. Because if this folds in like this, and this folds like this, yep, okay. So that is going to go I center it a bit like that. Okay, so we're just going to clip you. And let's stitch it down. I know, it's going to look so cute. I really love this fabric. I am a Diet Coke drinker. I'm also a Dr. Pepper drinker. But the little, the images I had went better with the Diet Coke because they were pink. Let me see how my stitches are. Like that. It's tight. Nope. I'm going to pull these stitches out just so you guys know. And you're probably only seeing my head. They did not look nice. They do not look nice. They're pulling you out. Let's see if this tightening it makes it any better. It's hard when you go, especially with what's going on with my Fabricator right now, it's hard to go from thin to thick. Let's see if that works. Because it's just there, it's so loose. Oh, Gertie, we'll figure it out, babe. That's better. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I just hit my light. I'm going to put my logo on also. I think I'm going to put that here. Yes, this is a spice rack from Okra Roots. I have to make sure that where I put this, shoot. I think I'm going to put it over here. Because where I put this, I have to make sure that it's not where I'm going to put the snaps. So this was a little off, right? Put it there. We'll see how it turns out. Losing clips, losing clips. Good thing I have tons of them. Okay. Let's pull these through. I feel like we started with the most technical and we're going to finish with the easiest. Because this one doesn't take too long either, but has a little bit more. Come on. My lighter is almost done. Okay. So there's that. Now I, again, have to think about this. So if I want to put, there we go. I want to put the snaps so that they're just on this end, and then okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay stitch from the center of the piece around, and then put so that my ends are hidden here, because it's going to fold up like this. And why is this not as big? Why do I have excess? So maybe we need to bring this down a bit, and we need to do it from this side. There we go. Okay. It is super cute though already. I really love this fabric. Again, this is the Diet Coke is the panel, but then all the other drink ones are in the yardage and the retro vibes, and I think the softcore girly. All right, so I'm going, and I clipped it to the wrong end because I wanted to sew this end. So let me clip this side, this direction. Yes, it is one of my fabrics. I was saying this is one of the book lover panels. I think it's called Girly Drinks is the name of this book lover panel, and it's Diet Coke. And then there's other ones with different sodas, or pops. There's regular Coca-Cola, there's Dr. Pepper, there's Mountain Dew, and there's Sprite. They're all the same type of like floral, and then like different colors. And that's available in for pre-order right now. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, hopefully I'm right on this, is I'm going to stay stitch this all the way around, put my snaps, then stay stitch this where it needs to be. That way the ends of my snaps are not through my pocket. Make sense? Should have done that on this side, but I can lift up the stitches on this side to do it. I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go quick put with my press. Put those on. I don't know if she has the measurements for that. In here, does she? Does she use the pattern piece? Maybe. Let me look. I'm gonna take care of my snaps quick, everybody. If you want, I can switch angles. I can switch angles so you can see. I can't unhook here because this camera actually is plugged in. But you can see the mess that is on my sewing table right now, because I have to move things around here a bit. So I'm working on shoes, quilted shoes. Okay. I can show you the piece that this is the May Dynamic Fabric Kit. Isn't it pretty? I'm making these strips, and then I have to put the fusible fleece on before I cut out the shoe pattern. Okay. this. Those are snaps. Do I want magnets or snaps? Magnets or snaps? What do I want, guys? Do I want magnets or snaps? I think I want magnets. Alright, let me look here on the pattern piece. I think the markings for the snaps are actually, they are on the pattern piece. So, I'll mark those. Oh, I think Apollo sees my mother-in-law. I'm gonna put the holes in. There we go. Okay. That. And 2 of those. Oh my goodness. You see Granny? Alright, so what ones do I want to have? I think I want the male end on this side. Not go all the way through. My hole didn't go all the way through. Sounded like it did, but it didn't. There we go. There it is. Okay, so press those. I'm making sure I'm doing this right, you guys. Yeah, because now the other one is going to go like so to close it, right? Yep. There. Oh no. I might have put my tag at the wrong location. Well, maybe not. This is where I feel like every time I've done this, I've had to like readjust where the top snap goes. Because like I don't want to put the snap through that I can't use this whole, you know what I mean? I guess that's the only way I can do it. It's going to have to go through that. But at least I'm not going to see it now with this. I can cover this because this is going to fold like so, like so. Okay. All right, let's make sure we have where it's going to go here. So if we fold this like so, and that's like that. It is at the end. Okay. Let me just mark this. Make sure I can see it. It's hard to see on this fabric. My purple mark. There we go. All right. Now I'm gonna make this hole a little bigger. I'm losing everything, you guys. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to put this direction. All right, now it should like so. This got a little off center, but that's all right. No big deal. It still looks nice. All right, let's flip our cameras here so we can finish sewing this and bind it. All right. No, don't need to take the clips off. I need to clip this to here, like so. Because I'm going to need to stay stitch this down now. Yeah, you can't really do anything about that. But you can do it with this, because before it like had come through there, and then it kind of makes your zipper pocket, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to stay stitch this so it's in place, because we're going to want to trim this down really good before we bind it. Because this is your thickest area here where you have all these pockets. So I know that I have a little bit more than what I need there that I'm going to put clip. And now I'll finish binding, well, stay stitching this here all the way around. Turning off my light again. feel like the touch light is great until a project touches it. Okay, now I have everything. Oh, we ran out of bobbin. We didn't run out of bobbin like badly though. All right, I'm going to kind of clip this down as close as I can because I want to make sure that when I'm binding this, I'm like right as close as possible. But I don't have anything kind of getting in my way. How am I looking here? Okay. Now I'm going to start my binding. Where do I want to start it? I think I'm going to start it over here. I'm going to start from the inside and go to the outside. So I want to measure, so my binding is 1 1/4 inches. So I want to measure down 1 1/4 inches. I'm going to make a mark there, okay, because that's where I'm going to start my actual stitch. I'm hoping Gertie doesn't give us any issues over some of these bumps, because so far this is looking really, really good. I'm not going to have enough of binding. Crap. Oh, do I have... I'm pretty sure I have more of this color downstairs. You guys, I might have to run downstairs and get a new one. Because, and look at... Wah, wah, wah. And I don't have a pink. I have this color, but that doesn't really go. Dang it. Alright, I'm going to run downstairs because I feel like we need to, it's looking so good. This is probably the best spice rack I've made. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab, I'm pretty sure I have some in stock still. Unless you guys bought it. Yes. We have some. We have a decent amount. Yay. Okay. Yep. Woohoo! The 2 flights of stairs. Whew. Okay. So again, we're going to measure. We're going to measure 1.25 inches. That's where I want to start my stitching. It does go really good with this. I wish my zipper would have been more like minty color. I guess I should have done that. I have a mint. But I wanted to pull like some of this green that was in the Coca-Cola, the Diet Coke fabric. Because there are mints and there are darker greens in it. Okay. Once you get to the end, you want to measure again. Where I want to cut this is going to be right where that mark is. I'm going to make that mark. Okay. Let's stitch this baby. Use your stiletto if you need to. And I'm probably gonna, my light's probably gonna go out again. All right, and we're just gonna stitch right. I'm gonna put it right down on, because my binding here at 1 1/4 inch has 4 different seams. I'm putting it right next to the first seam. So it's like about a 1/4 inch in. Right on that line. And I need to take my shoes off because I can't sew with shoes on. And change my stitch length. And I have, guys, no one hollered. I have no bobbin. I have mint colored bobbin. Let's put a mint one in pink. There we go. Okay. I'm going to stick it right down in that spot. There we go. My stiletto. And we're gonna sorry for the knocking. Again, Gertie we're still figuring her out. What's going on with her. And we're just going to stitch all the way around using that 1/4 inch seam allowance. Yep, Gertie. Come on. I need to fix that because it's this for sure. But then if I'm sewing something there, I worry that she's not gonna pull that through. I don't know. Now you can see I have a little bit of excess here, but that'll be fine around the turns. marking here too where I'm going to stop. Ooh, losing my pen. Okay. Okay, so I have that stitched now. I always have to remember how to do this, which direction is what, that it'll, if I sew it on an angle like that, then when it's cut, it will, oh, it's, I always don't remember what to do here. If I cut that, that's going to be like that. One of them has to go like that, right? Yes, because then when I cut it on an angle, the seam will be here. But that won't work. This has to go like this. Yes, that's the way. Okay, we got it. This way, this way. Alright, so now I'm going to just try to stitch on an angle here as much as I possibly can. Try to get it in that corner so that it's flush. Stitch across here. And we're going to clip this. And then we're going to lay this like so. And we're going to finish stitching that across. There we go. And now we have a pretty nice fold over seam there. So I have to clip some of this out of the way. There we go. I try to leave my corners till the end because I want them to lay nice. But I'm just going to bring this over like so. Okay, and on my corners, I'm just gonna get them like so, and then pinch it over the edge like that. This is the hardest part. You don't have a lot of give here, but when you use your stiletto, you can kind of get it to lay nice. Alright, so there's what it looks like on the back, and this is what it looks like on the front. Now, you can choose if you want, if you're worried about it, which I never do it the best job, so I am going to do it from the opposite side. I just think it makes it look nicer. Plus I have the green thread on the bottom and the pink thread on top, so I feel like that'll look good because I used all pink thread in here. So now I'm probably going to start over where my seam is, and I'm just going to line my needle up. Like I'm going to just follow where the fold is. And then once in a while, if I see that this is coming out, I'll probably push a little bit on it. But for the most part, if you just hold it down, it should be okay. So we're gonna do top stitch. The corners are really where, when you're going this direction, you just kind of have to say a prayer and hope. And the hump. It's so not like you, Gertie. There went my light, you guys. am I doing? Oh, she's looking pretty good. And I like that I did the green on the other side because you can't really see the stitches as much on the other side because it's green binding or like a mint colored binding. Here we go. And there we have it. We have our Okra Roots spice rack. Close this here. And then this here allows for, where did my Kindle go? I don't know where I shoved her. Someplace. But your Kindle fits here. Oh, I don't know where I put her. I moved her. But anyways, your Kindle will fit in this. So, there it is. Let's find the snap there. There we go. Yeah. That turned out nice. I'm happy with that. This is also great if you're an English paper piecer. This is also a great one for that. So, there we have it. The Okra Roots spice rack. Let's switch cameras so you guys can see the full. There it is. Oh, closing it wrong. Magnets. I should have put my thing over just a little bit more, but other than that, it's good. All right, so we did the spice rack, so that's done. Now, oh, did I put my Kindle in there? No. I'll find it then. Now we're going to do the Book Bestie. So the Book Bestie is Carolina's Little Stitches. And what we're using for that is we are using the Sew Little Shelf Space Book Lovers panel. Okay, this is an exclusive art of ours. And then this is the shelf that it has plants and books on it. And then for the interior, I'm using an ice, the snow dye that I have left over. So Book Bestie comes together so fast, so quick. The other pieces I'm using, so to close it, I am using a piece of our binding. I have a tag from the Heartwood and Hide that says Happily Ever After. And I have one of Kayla's, from Carolina's Stitches, one of her woven labels that says Well Read. I don't have a tag of ours though, so I have to grab that. I'm going to switch to this angle. We'll get rid of all of these clips. We don't need all of these ladies. That. Let me grab one of my tags.
And these are super fast. The thread that we are using, I am going to be using the Mauvelicious. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah, Mauvelicious from Saya Swag. So we'll switch threads out. And we're in the home stretch because this one here for sure, if you want book sleeves for a market and one that's going to go really fast, easy to batch, doesn't use a lot of fabric, then you definitely want to do the Carolina's Little Stitches Book Bestie because it just takes no time at all to do. And it works good for books and for Kindles. You can enlarge it. Kayla also has templates that you can get. Okay. I'll make sure that when this is done loading over on YouTube, I'll add all of the details and everything. If people want to grab these patterns, you will be there. All right. So I am going to, this is my exterior, like so. So this is going to be my back. This is going to be my front. Then my flap for the top is going to be this plain. The inside is going to be like that. And then this is my interior. So I'm going to make my interior first, I think. Yep. And I interface the interior with fusible fleece and the exterior with a 101. Oh, come on, Gertie. Gertie? Figure it out. Oh. Look at the mess you're making, Gertie. She's like, you're the one who kept going. Girls, I thought this was going to be an easy one. There we go. She's like, you're the one who just kept moving there. Isn't it horrible when your machine just isn't working like she usually does? Part of me is like, I don't want to mess with her because if we move her out in the shop, she's going to need it all over again. You know, when she moved. Why are you catching? Oh, we might not make a book bestie today, you guys. What is catching? Let's try down a little further. See if it's just the balled up thread. Nope. Yeah, look at this mess. Now, what did I do between finishing that last thing and this? Nothing. Didn't do anything to you, Gertie. Let's take this out. Let's see what's going on with the bobbin. Everything
everything's threaded right. At least it looks it. Why is it pulling? It's like it's getting, the bobbin is getting stuck down there. Let's start from this end. There we go. And there she cut the bobbin thread. Something's not right. We could do this on my domestic if she keeps up. Maybe it's this bobbin. Look at this bobbin. I'm whitening like crazy. I'm determined to see all three of these finish, you guys. Yeah, change the bobbin. I hear you, Wendy. I think it is something with the bobbin. I'm going to try another. Now she's working. And I'm going to go a little bit in here. We're leaving the bottom of this open. I'm going to box the corners on this. I think Gertie's just real finicky lately. That's what I really think. Okay, so now this is my front. So I want to put my, brand tag down here at the bottom. Yeah, our machines are having a discussion, Jackie. I wish they would discuss in a different way. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna do this like 1.5 inches up this tag. anybody made the Book Bestie before? It's an easy one. Has anybody done anything different with it, like from the pattern? She does give you a bunch of different types of tops, so you can make like different style tops of the pattern. You could definitely enlarge it if you want it for a bigger book. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to find the center of my binding. I'm just going to make a mark with my silver pen because that's what I'm putting this on, and I want to have the center correct. My goodness, that wind is hitting up against the side of our house. Okay. I'm pretty sure the V is the center of the tag. Maybe. Okay. So now I'm going to stitch this on. Like so. As soon as I get off of this live, I am ordering a new narrow foot because I really miss being able to see what I'm doing. In the pattern, it says to use elastic, or, you know, some type of snap or something, but I actually really like how it turns out like this. It looks really nice, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And sometimes you end up with little pieces of binding like this, so they're perfect for something like this. Okay, and then I am going probably about there. Maybe I'll go up a little bit higher. I'm going to just stay stitch this to the sides here. Oh, just unthreaded my needle. Come on. There we go. Okay, now going to make the exterior, and I need to decide where I'm putting, I think I'm going to put the little woven label on the flap. clip off those. Now we're going to box these corners. Okay, now I'm going to turn this right side out. Already adorable, so cute. And then we're going to make our little front part. I need to, I think I want to put the woven label like that it lays, you know, like when it's out, it lays like right there. So going to put some double-sided tape. Come on. Okay, so now we're just gonna sandwich these together like so. I do want to find my centers on these. All right, and we're gonna stitch from this side. I usually clip the corners a little bit on these. And now we're gonna turn this right side out and top stitch it. Oh, it's so easy, Jackie. It's this, like I said, these come together so fast. And I'm just gonna finger press to make it look nice. I'll clip it a couple places, just hold it where I want it while I'm top stitching. Come on, Gertie. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to take this and we're going to lay it up against the center of this in the back, like so. We're going to stay stitch this just with 1/8 of an inch. Make sure you have everything here. Make sure I caught everything. I might not have caught everything at the very beginning here. Need to stitch that down just a little bit more. I caught it, but I'm afraid it's gonna pull out there. Alright, so now we have that all done. Now we are going to stick this inside of this. We're going to find our corners, our seams. I did these a little bit too far in, but we'll make it work. It's a pretty forgiving pattern. And back here. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way around. Come on, get under there. That is not a hump, it's a seam, Gertie. It's a seam. Ugh, Gertie, you're killing me, sister. Like, I'm wondering if I need, because this doesn't feel like it moved. But on the Fabricator page, some people said that something happens where the foot continues to shift. So, I don't know. I'll have to... It just gets worn. Now, I'm going to pull this baby out like so. I am going to seal her up. My nephew is driving one of the old tractors, it sounds like. Okay. Close her up. Make sure I'm not sewing over my flap. Okay. And now we have that closed up. And then we're gonna flip this inside here. Like so. Make sure it's down in the corners. And I'm going to clip this because we're going to top stitch this all the way around. Roll your seams a little bit. And this area here, you can't really do that, but you kind of just want to make sure that it's laying flat. Okay. Now we're going to top stitch. Start over here. I'm going to keep my binding out of the way here. And Gertie's going to go over the seams just fine, right, Gertie? Yeah? No? You're not? Okay. Oh, Gertie. That was not a good stitch. this off. There we go. There we go. These book besties actually make a really nice gift if you buy a book for somebody, to like give it with the book, I personally think. Okay. So let me just grab a book here. Well, that one's too big. Oh, and there's my Kindle. Oh, let's put my Kindle in. But there's the book bestie. All right, let's switch cameras so we can see all of them. All right. So we had the book bestie. Super cute. Fits my Kindle. Would fit a small sized book. Okay, I do think she has I used my template for this one, but I do think in the pattern you can make it different sizes. So there's that one. And then we have our Oka Roots spice rack. Let me take my Kindle out so I can show you guys how that one works with my Kindle. So my Kindle will fit right in there, like so. Okay. Or you probably could fit a little bit of something in here. This one isn't necessarily for a book. It is more for your e-reader. But that one turned out super cute with the panels. So there's that one. And then we have the Sewn Ideas book sleeve. That one turned out super cute. So I am going to do a giveaway with these over on my Instagram once we close out the giveaway that I have over there for the Handmaid's Tale. So stay tuned. This will be June's giveaway. These three. So there's this one, and this one. And then back here are the panels. So again, our book lover panels are on pre-order until May 16th. Our turnaround time is 7 weeks, which makes our last estimated ship date to be July 5th, but we always get things out earlier for you guys. But I highly recommend giving the book lover panels a try. Our overall pre-order is happening until May 16th as well, so that's all of our print designs also are on pre-order in all of our fabric bases. So if you do not have a fabric sample pack, make sure you go sign up for our email list to get your coupon code to get a fabric sample pack sent out for free, and do it now before we get into May, because the closer we get to the end of pre-order, more likely you won't receive it before the end of pre-order. So if you do not have a fabric sample pack, you want to get it now. But guys, I love spending time with you this morning. It took a little longer than what I thought, but it was fun. I hope you'll try these patterns. I will make sure that I put the link for all the patterns in the details once this video loads. I'll also put the links for the book lover panels, because after pre-order we will have a small amount of retail of book lover panels. The most popular ones, we'll try to stock some of those for the summer, but our next pre-order for yardage fabric and for book lover panels will not happen until September. So if you want any of them and you want any prints to make it through the summer, or to do fall fairs, fall markets, you want to get them now. Don't wait till September. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me and this new hookup and bearing with me in the beginning. I appreciate you all. And remember, sewing is definitely, crafting is the healing part. I feel like
Even though my ankle was throbbing before I did this, I feel much better just spending time with you all. All right. Have a good one.